It's episode 170 of Let's Play Yume 2kki. Let's go. You'll see here now, dreamers. I know what this says, right? This sounds a lot like we missed a version of the game. It's not true. What actually happened was I do have the intermediate version between the previous version, the version we last saw, episode 169, and this one, but I didn't actually record anything in it, so I didn't save the game, you know, purism and all that. Don't know if it really matters at this point if I do happen to overwrite the save, but you know, I somehow have managed to keep the same save going for all this time, other than when we had to restart everything again, but you know, that was ages ago, right? It's like, that's like the old continuity, you know, we did a soft reboot at that point, and we joined a new continuity. So what we're going to do today, dreamers, we're going to go on a wee bit of an adventure, but first of all, of course, I want to hope that you are all well and happy, and are raring for some dreaming, because we've got a bit of an adventure, and full disclosure, I don't quite know where it's going to end. There's a fucking description of playing Yume 2kki, not knowing where it's going to end. Will it ever end? Well, it depends. Can I navigate not like a complete idiot? That would be a good start. And the answer to that may very well be no. This is what we want, I think. Yes, good. Yes, full disclosure, when I was recording, or rather, when I was attempting to figure out this little part of the dream world that I wanted to show you guys, I crashed my game, so exactly how this is going to play out, I'm really not sure, but that's exciting, isn't it, dreamers? That is exciting. I don't know vaguely where I'm going. There's a point at which where I will be unsure exactly what will happen next, and how exciting that will be, I'm sure. I have, you know, I have some familiarity with the area. It's not, I'm not completely new to this game, as you may imagine, dreamers, but yes, I hope everyone's happy and well, and is keeping themselves busy, and is looking forward to, hopefully, wherever you are in the world, dreamer, the things are looking up all around you. Everyone's looking up, trying not to get a piano dropped on them. Although, I suppose if a piano is being dropped on you, and you're looking up, that may not really help, you know. Pianos being dropped, they travel quite fast, so if you're spending time watching it and trying to react, I mean, you could have been using that time to just continue walking. So it's a bit foolish, actually. So what I'm saying is, don't look up, dreamers. Look down. Look at where you're going. Don't worry about tomorrow. Worry about 1 minute from now. Because that's the scariest time. We haven't spent a great deal of time in the Dream Park area. And there's plenty still in here that we haven't looked at. But, you know, we got to pace ourselves. And we're not going to spend too much time here today either. We're using it as a junction point. Which we will see, perhaps, a few times. So we are going to go over here. And we have seen some of these areas. And I think we pissed about with some of this. But, disgusting. We're going to smash this. Uro's going to make a strange posture, and we're going to fall into this hole. So, this area, I can't remember if we did spend a great deal of time here, if any, indeed. What's a little bit frustrating about it is you need the old lantern. That's not reason to be frustrated on its own, but there's also these chasery dudes. If they catch you, and trust me, they will catch you. Yeah, it's not good. So, there's a few things in here of note, but we're going to focus on one of them in particular, which is this strange rainbow-looking... It looks a bit like a door, but it's not. It's a thing. Possibly some kind of candy bar, or a sweetie, which Uro does not partake in. Which is a shame, because it means that we're going to have to figure out some other way to remove it. If only you would consume the sugar, Uro. It's good for you. You'll be full of energy. Some of these things move quite quickly. I think there's one that moves even quicker than that. There's also some strange ambience in here. I kind of like it though. It's very different in sort of mood. Now, This is a trick that I always like it when the Yume 2kki developers play it. Traffic cones, right? You like a traffic cone. I like this pattern that's on this traffic cone, actually. Might see if I can get them to make one of these so I can have it at home. 3D print it, perhaps. But you notice when I get the chainsaw out, it turns into a wiggly thing that makes a strange sound. And you might be thinking, well, so what exactly? So you killed the traffic cone. What does that do? Well, dreamers, if you squint, and I know it's really dark, right? Get used to that in this fucking video, trust me. There is a door here. You're just gonna have to take my word for it. And that takes you to this area. This area is excellent, right? Now, there is a little bit of a clue, at least, in how to make this somewhat tolerable, but I can tell you at least this straight off the bat. It is a maze. It is an invisible maze. And you'll notice that it's kind of grey. Well, what you can do, in an unexpected turn of events, is you can use the rainbow effect to find out that I'd already started going the wrong way. Well done, us. And it reveals the path, which is very useful indeed. Unfortunately, the path only stays while you use the rainbow effect. It doesn't stay forever. So that means you're going to get a lot of dingle-a-dingle-a-ding. Dingle-a-dingle-a-ding. As you traverse around this area. That's okay. We can work around that, I think. There's a path to the left there. We will come back to that. While we're manoeuvring around this, we'll have to try and speak over this fucking dingle-a-dingle-a-ding. If you haven't been tuning into the streams, hopefully you do. Hopefully you enjoy the streams. I have been away for a little while, last week and a bit to 2 weeks, which is why we haven't had a hell of a lot of content over that period of time. But I'm back in the hot seat now, ready to record my way out of poverty. It's a joke. I got so much money I can't even count it. But then again, I only really have enough. What do you call them? Fingers and toes. I only have enough fingers and toes to count to 20, really. So I might have £20. So, and that's not a great deal of money, really. The square's a little bit thin. It'd be nice if the dots just stayed. But I do like how the background kind of fades into grayscale again if you don't use it. It's a nice visual effect, but it's not enough to save it, really. There's a door here as well, dreamers. You might not have noticed that. Also, for some reason, that effect in there, it does something with my eyes, and it gives it like this weird sort of After Effect. Adobe After Effects. Yeah. So there's these things here. To the best of my knowledge, this doesn't really achieve anything coming in here, but yeah. We are completionists here, and let's play Yume 2kki. So we can look at this little spaceship thing, drawn in a little grid of 9, and we can enjoy it, at least briefly. Okay. We can do that. I don't know why I was thinking of even doing otherwise. Right, okay, good. And that takes us back here. But we're not done, dreamers. As I mentioned, there is another path. Another greater path. So, I wonder how far we can get without using the rainbow effect. There are other paths than just what this is showing you. So, if you're trying to follow this without the bloody rainbow effect, you could very easily be going off in like fucking the completely wrong direction. I'd like to think that if you got this far into the dream world, you probably have this effect. But look, you can go up here, and look, there's like space to move around. So you could quite easily get completely lost, and I'm not a big fan of that, really. But we want to go up here, flashing almost perversely as much as we can. Yeah. Hurting our eyes eternally. Right, good. Door. Fantastic. And you've got these guys. Now that little candy bar thing there looks familiar. What's that about? They seem to be driving around it in a circle. Well, okay. Well, we don't want to interrupt them. We can interrupt them. We can cause a traffic jam. Yeah. Or we could just talk to this. It causes the rainbow effect to be de-equipped, but you'll notice that the candy bar things are now gone. This hasn't affected the little guys. They seem to be quite happy to just drive around there. So, you know, maybe their idol was false all along, but they don't care. I can't say that I care particularly either, guys, so well done. Wow, you're close. I might have to do this just to make sure we don't get bummed straight as we leave. Yeah, look how quick this guy's going. So if you weren't using the bloody lantern here, you would find yourself in hot bother quite quickly, and not the good kind either. They teleport you somewhere that's a dead end, so as a lot of chasers do, but seems particularly cruel in this area. You'll notice that the rainbow thingy is gone. Good. Well, I mean, this doesn't look ominous at all. The hands, straight out of Aversion. Let's do this. Uro makes a much more dignified fall. There is such a thing. Is it possible to fall in a dignified way? I don't know. Uro can do anything dignified, I think. Including use a chainsaw. It's one thing that Urotsuki and Doom Guy have in common. So, the chasers here, well, not really chasers, because they didn't chase you. But there's some doors and things to go in. You can look at some things. Look at some nice little rooms. And it's all very nice. I want to be done with that for a moment because I wanted to equip the old... Going the wrong way to get to it. I haven't exhaustively tested these areas to see what happens, if anything, so it'll be a learning thing together. There's a little pink snaky thing. I'm not going to play with that, but look at this bench. What a lovely bench. I like the hazard strip on it. It's nice. What about this door here? This looks like a significant door. Hi guys. It's nice music in here. Because there's so many of these guys in this little room, we can play a little game called Which One of You Wants to Look a Little Bit Like the effect that we've got. So there's one that I guess has a affinity towards the boy effect. This one is a bit bumpy, I guess, like a chainsaw. Okay. Nay fairies. Nay astronauts. I think maybe one of them has glasses on. It's difficult to tell. These little creatures, I mean, they all look the same. There's a bomber. There's a phone. Nice. Phone kind. Maybe some more? Nah. 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 Yep. Yep. Hi there. Musical note. Nice. Fan of music. Nobody's a fan of cakes though. Nobody's a fan of small Uro. I don't know why I thought using this would be a good idea, because it's like one of the longest fucking animations in the world. Nay tissues. Nay bats. No. Nah, nobody likes that one either. That's got another long animation. I don't know what that is. But it's cool, innit? It's cool. So there are probably some other combinations of things that you can do with those guys, but yeah. We don't want to spend all day here, so we won't. I think it's the way we came in, isn't it? Yep. Out. So you may be wondering about that wee snaky thing that we saw. Well, let's go play with it, dreamers. I mean, what harm could come of it? Oh, that's right, of course. Uro could touch it and break it for everyone. Nice one, Uro. Spoiling everybody's fun. Again. I do like it in here. It's got that strange sort of ambience. Let's not worry about that right now. We'll go in some of these doors first. That's the same as before. I'm sure there's... I seem to remember there's one that has like a secret passage. I might be making that up. That sounds like a hallucination. But look, there's another little wormy guy. We'll leave him be for a minute. He can exist happily for a little while. Gross. Nice little room. Cozy. Got somewhere to sit, but of course the chasers aren't using it. Because they're dickheads like that. Ah. I think this is maybe what I was thinking of. Yeah. Go. Good. Just what I always wanted. He's like, no. Uro. Trespassing again. Okay, fine, understood. That's enough of that. Hanging out in the bench cupboard. See, we're not allowed in there. Quite right. I think these guys are supposed to look a bit like the chasers that you would see otherwise, but, you know, in a sort of a lo-fi manner. Okay, so we've done that. Well, let's do this. Killing snakes. Killing snakes as fast as we can. We're being paid by the snake. Let's go. What about in here? Hey guys. We're going on an adventure. This is just like the Amoris. Do you remember that bit with the Amoris? And you got the little dots that are going on an adventure or something? Something like that. I don't know. I don't really know what's happening in that game ever. Wow, that red is flickering like fucking crazy. Holy shit. I wonder where they are going. I wonder if they react to any of our effects. That's a good thought, isn't it, Dreamers? I mean, probably not. I like the pink one. I haven't seen a pink one yet. I don't think I've seen any of these yet with the different coloured eyes. Maybe it's like the mother. They are jumping, actually. Maybe there's a subtle clue in the jumpery. Have a look under my jumper. Alright then. Well, that was fun. I don't have the remote, so I can't change the channel. So we're just stuck watching that pish forever. Let's go in here. You're not going to eat my brains, are you? You look a bit brain eatery. Thanks for the tip, my friend. I don't know what it means, but in case you're not sure, Dreamers, that I think is a map of the Dream Park. So that's good. File that away for later, under information that I will certainly forget. And then we're going to go down here. This one's a bit different. Cool. A final snake, looking a little bit dejected. Oh well, it's fine. Who was trying to get 100% snakes, so let's go. "100% snakes achieved." Well done, Uro. Well fucking done. There's a little hole there. I don't even think Uro can even make herself small enough to get in such a hole. She can make herself pretty tiny, but not tiny enough to get in a hole of that size. We need a new moose effect. And by that I mean mouse, not as in like a, you know, a moose. You know, with antlers and stuff. Hi. So I guess this is supposed to be the little snaky thing that we've been harassing this whole time. You can see that it looks very nervous in the presence of Uro, who's obviously got snake eradication on her mind. Well, you know, Should be on the mind of every creature in this dream world, really. How to evade a swift death at the hands of the local Urotsuki. Dreamer comes to town, Dreamer ruins town, Dreamer leaves town, Dreamer returns to town, Dreamer finds a new way to ruin the town even further. It's the same old story, isn't it? We're old hands at that. We're old hands at that, Dreamers. 'Tis the fan game cycle. Let's go in this cave. So I'm a bit parched, all this travelling. Good. Oh, you look friendly. You might not be able to see it very well because the use of contrasting colours here is apparently not allowed. So we've got a blackish creature. In fact, no, we've got a black creature on a black background. But it does look spooky. Of course, it looks more like it could be some kind of medical apparatus. I don't know what such a thing would do, and perhaps it's better that we don't consider that. Let's do this. All aboard. This is an unusual little sprite with Uro there. I've been racking my brain over where I've seen it before. I don't know. Maybe you know, Dreamers. Maybe you can let me know in the comments. So we've arrived here. The bird snake creature taxi has deposited us up here. And has gone for a wee nap, which is good because I totally don't want to come back at all. Thanks a lot, buddy. One-way trips, that's my favourite. Onewaytrips.com. Speaking of one-way trips, why don't we go down here? Another grandiose falling animation from Uro. I mean, we've had the full palette of them, haven't we? Ah, no. This area, Dreamers. You'll remember this because we've been here before, possibly even more than once, and there's stuff that I know is in here that with some dicking about I would like to show you at some point, but we're gonna just sort of conveniently sidestep a lot of that, and we're gonna go up here because this area can be a bit obnoxious, if we're being honest. Now, check this out, right? I struggle to think exactly what we did when we were here before. I'm going back and watching it is like, I mean, that sounds like effort, really. I don't think we did this, so we're going to assume that we didn't do this. Because it'll be a fun exercise for you guys. It's like, it's the test, right? It's to see how much attention you've been paying. Have we done this before? But you can walk over here. Nothing seems untoward, right? Let's see. Ura's doing a lot of falling into holes. I'm starting to worry if she's going to be safe at the end of this, but you know, Ura doesn't take falling damage. Not like Mado. Mado takes considerable falling damage. Ura doesn't. She is more robust, or perhaps she has a more cushioned butt, perfect for landing on your arse after a high fall. Or maybe she has those boots in like Oblivion, you know, the ones with the you get them in the tower, you know, the Elder Scrolls. Yeah, maybe that's what's going on. I'll leave you to ponder that, Dreamers. I don't really care. And that takes us out into this rather intense little screen here, which I really love, although I don't really know what it's all about. Although maybe that's good. As far as I know, there's nothing you can really do here, but I was curious about trying one thing. Traditional brace. It does indeed stop. Okay. Well, that was useful. Not. It's not useful. Guess whose house we're in? It's not a Yume 2kki reference. The music does sound a little bit Yume 2kki, a bit sort of Pink Show. This doesn't though. Ed to the nightclub. I've heard this music before. It's just been slowed down a bit. It does sound funky though. But we're not going to play around in here too much. I think there's some other things to look at. God, there's an odd sort of jittering effect there. I can't see it in the recording, which is good, but it's fucking tripping me out. Let's go in here. So if we go down here quickly, on this weird little cliff, we can go over here, and we can come to a room that contains the nothing. That's what it is. A bunch of don't know, balloons. Some other bullshit. Who knows? Kind of place you'd find Uro lurking around, but we're not going to waste any more time in there because it is a waste of your time, Dreamers, and mine, by consequence. So we're going to go up here. Good. Good. Good, Uro. Good. Now, as I said, there's some other bits and bobs in this world more generally, but we're gonna just we're gonna go up here, keeping the mission on focus because I'm conscious that we seem to be we're making progress, but we also seem to be going all over the place. A bit crazy here. It's all go. Look at this sphincter here on this creature. What do you think? Think this will work? Of course it'll work. Of course it'll work. It looks more inviting now, doesn't it? Perfectly shaped for Uro. 2kki's particular frame size. Very good. Very, very good. And this takes us out here. Now this is where my game crashed. Now it crashed because I didn't make it crash, but I did the wrong thing, which caused it to crash. So it was my mistake, really. I can't fault the game. I can fault RPG Maker, because it was RPG Maker's fault. I can't fault Yume 2kki as a thing. For some reason I thought it was water there. It's not water. It's not water at all. It is snot water. Some interesting layering, isn't it? I wonder if that's intentional. Who knows, Dreamers? Who knows? Maybe one day we can get some of the Yume 2kki developers to come along and like comment on an episode with me. And we can tell them how fucking shoddy their work is right to their face. No, we wouldn't do that, James. We wouldn't do that. I mean, we could do that. I think I've got license to do that, haven't I? You know, if this was like Starbucks or something, and you got little stamps, or is it Starbucks? I don't know. You know, you get the stamps, and you get coffee. I mean, I think I've earned at least one free rant at the Yume 2kki developers at this point, haven't I? Surely. Look at this tree. Isn't it nice? I think so. But does it do anything? That is the big question. We've got these little will-o'-the-wisps dotting around the place. Looks nice with the rain, actually. I think we'll keep the rain on. Keep the rain on. Do you want to die? Thing? Tree? Wow, you can go quite deep behind that. Interesting. Well, it doesn't seem to want to do anything particularly meaningful. Who can blame it? I can't. I don't really know what we're looking at here, if that's water out there, if it's the side of a building. I suppose it's water. I suppose. Could be a wall. It's difficult to tell sometimes. Isn't that just the beauty of RPG Maker games? The detail, so fine. Oh, look, it is water. Yeah, see. I mean, they could have put a boat in it, and then we would have definitely knew it was water. Before we go up there, I just want to have a quick look. So this is about the point where this is about the point where I am a little unsure about where exactly our dreams are going to take us. What I do know is there's an area that is very dark, which I'm not honestly massively looking forward to visiting because I didn't really have a great time when I was there before. This. Well, at least this time it wasn't a ship in a bottle or some other nonsense. Something a bit more traditional. Hi. What's going on? You having fun there? You look fun. You look like a barrel of laughs. Oh, it kind of sped up there. I think. Could be a trick of the rain. Who turned this fucking rain on anyway? Fucking arrow. Oh look, what you caught there? Crab. Arrow, pull your wheel in from the. That's really dangerous, you know. Do you want to die? You're welcome. I don't believe in private fishing. I'm fighting for your rights there, crab, my friend. Fighting for your rights to be free. Okay. I think we found some semblance of where we're going. It's like a train line. On the water? Well, that doesn't make any sense, does it? It's all very interesting, isn't it, Dreamers? Isn't it? It is, though. It is, though, very interesting. All these cones are certainly interesting to the max. Good. Good. Well, that's exciting. I like the look of this. Let's go. Okay. It's very quiet in here. Holy balls. Let's just turn that down a bit. I think we've been here before, haven't we? Yeah, I think we've been here. We'll have a quick look around. So I think maybe this is an area that might have changed over its lifespan. I could be misremembering and maybe we've not been here before, but I remember making a joke about these sweets. Of course, that could have been in a different fan game, for all I know. That's how bad my memory is, Dreamers. Ah, this looks fun. Let's do this. Yeah. Yeah. This is pretty. Still raining. The music doesn't look very well. Which is a shame. Lots of cracks on this ice. Who's keeping this ice in check? Of course, this is more like a cannon fodder map than anything. I'm kind of hoping that we get to something that might resemble a conclusion, because otherwise we stand the chance of getting into the territory of another hour-long video. I think if nothing is going to be particularly obvious here, we might use that as an opportunity. I guess we're just backtracking there. We might just use that as a good reason to bring things to a close. And perhaps we can pick this up some other time. It's not too arduous to get here. It's just Dream Park plus a bit of legwork, innit? Easy. Okay, now I'm confused, right? So I guess that was different, right? So that's the one we came in on, I think. So if we keep going back then... I wish the music would look correctly. God, it's like... Have I whinged about that too much in my time, Dreamers? Music not looping correctly? Probably. Probably have. It's nice being the wolf on the bike for a change. I like the wiggling tail. Something to stare at a bit. You shouldn't be staring at Uro's tail though. It's impolite. Okay. Right, what you got for me? What you got for me? Come on, Uro. What's going on here? Sniff it out. Use your wolfish guile. The ladder seemed like a good idea, didn't it? Let's go. Isn't this exciting, Dreamers? How infrequently is it that we have something that's actually a bit of a novelty? Because I mean, either we've been here before and I've forgotten, very likely, or we haven't been here before and this is all a new adventure. Fantastic. Oh, not more dark areas. Come on, Uro. Okay, this is apparently dark beyond all reason. Now we have seen this, so I think that means that when we go over here, yeah, right. There's a good chance we've seen all of that before and I've forgotten. So I think that roundly ends our little adventure, I think. So we'll wake up there. Because I'm sure we've seen that before, and that kind of makes me think was... Do it. Good. Her looks kind of funny the way she's sitting there. It's like she's got her arms out. Or she's got like a big puffer jacket on. Good, okay, right, well, perhaps a redundant end to the video, but, oh well. Bitchin'. Bitchin'. Back in full fucking force. Peeking the microphone and everything. That's actually, it's more like, it's my fist that's doing that. It's not my voice. My voice is very beautiful. Great, okay. Episode 170 of Let's Play Yume 2kki. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. Look at that. 3, all threes. Hope you've had a good time, and hopefully I will see you on the next one.